want more fairy wings. It's the Ann Lynn Show. They love their coffee, they make you smile. Come on and join and sit a while. It's the Ann Lynn Show. Show them love, show you care. Like and subscribe, share if you dare. It's the Ann Lynn Show. Granny's having coffee talk. These two sisters really rock.
It's the Ann Lynn Show. Here's Ann Lynn.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Dancing. Everybody dancing. Woo. Good morning. Good morning. What do we see today, Lynn?
Oh, I need my proper room mirror, but I see Conquest Josh. Good morning, Josh. I see Jenny's Country Living.
Yes.
I see a favorite family member way up in Old Canada. With Rambling with the Brooms. I do believe that's how it's pronounced. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Oh, Canada, right?
Yeah. So,
Who else?
and I tell you what, there'll be others join us. If there's,
Oh, of
there's
course.
others
Well, we
watching.
Yeah, we have 6 that are out there starting out strong for us. Let me turn this music down, and we're going.
Oh, okay. Okay, and let me see if I can
Started.
turn my music or my sound up just a little bit. I tell you what, I either turn up my sound. There we go. Or I turn up my hearing aids.
Oh.
There we
Oh,
go. I
that's
did
funny.
both.
You did
Oh,
both?
I did
And
both. I
good
turned
morning,
up my
Glenda. Grace and Fire is here.
good morning. Yes.
Yes. Woohoo!
It's
Yeah,
so
Mama,
good to-
Mama Ann is here. Oh, I have to get it
yes.
straight.
And
Mama
Aunt
Ann and
Lynn,
Aunt
thank you
Lynn.
very much.
Yes. Well, do you know what today is? Do you know what today is?
Yes, I do know, but I got to tell you, let me preference it. I know what
Oh.
today is, but I didn't feel like celebrating it. And you know, I must have a fever if I don't feel like celebrating it.
Yeah, today is International Chocolate Day. My favorite thing, chocolate candy, chocolate cake, chocolate pie, chocolate donuts. How about my new favorite thing, Jordan
Yes.
skinny sauces, 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0 carbs. And I am not paid by Jamie. I could be.
Is it Jordan's?
Yeah.
Jordan's.
Huh?
Is it Jordan's?
Oh, yeah. Jordan skinny sauce. And boy, did we ever have to look for this in Walmart. Lynn and I were together, and her son was with us. He found it.
Yes.
It was on an end cap. He found it. I was like, there's a caramel and a chocolate. So he brought both of them, and I said, okay, I'll take them both. And so yeah.
Who introduced you to that delicious flavor?
My Glenda at Grace and Fire introduced it.
Fire.
But I have heard of this like a long time ago. I mean, like a long time ago. But you know how you don't remember stuff when you get older. So anyhow, dark chocolate espresso, and you can use it. We used it over ice cream, Carb Smart ice cream, which is really good. Carb Smart's really not sponsored by Carb Smart by Breyers, but I could be.
We could be. Hey, just wait. Just give us a shout out, right?
Yeah, giving them shout outs. But anyhow, I'm gonna put this. I brought my cup of coffee.
Okay.
I have decaf.
Get your cup. Yep.
Get your cups. I have decaf McDonald's with Coffee Mates, sweet Italian cream in the sugar-free kind. That's what I have. So no calories. Well, there's some in the coffee creamer, but it's no sugar, which is great. So, I'm gonna put me some chocolate in there, and then this has to go back on the refrigerator.
Alrighty.
Whoa! Lynn.
Well, aren't we gonna go?
I squirted it all the way off my table, and it went on. I think it's going to get on the carpet. Oh, I think I caught it before it hit the carpet.
What did you do?
Oh, if my camera wasn't taped down, I would show you.
Good morning, Conquest Mama.
It
Good
squirted.
morning to you.
It went that way off the table, and I thought it was going to catch the floor. Right? Good grief, Gertie. Well,
so you mean Jordan's chocolate skinny thingy went and exploded on you?
It didn't explode, but I forgot that it. See, it's got like a. Let me put my. It's got a. See that up there? There's a thing where it, so you have to do it like.
It's called a lid. It's called a lid.
No, it's a squirt thingy. You squeeze it and it lets out just so much. Well, don't you know? Like we say in Wisconsin, I went and it went.
Glenda,
sliding across the table.
I need you, Glenda, to get in your vehicle right now. You have to go out of your driveway, go down, make that turn, go up there, go all the way up that street, and then make a right on, and then go across that main street there, main highway, and then you go up, and there's a drive that goes into this apartment complex. You make a left, and you kind of wind around it, and then lo and behold, there's your mom's house.
There's probably a parking spot right next to me.
Teach her how to open the cap
skinny sauce, and when you can put it back in the refrigerator while you're here.
Yeah.
Well,
our friend down in Texas, what he says, don't you?
What?
Just saying, just saying.
Just saying. Oh my goodness.
I don't want to show anyone what I've been making notes because I have to see a doctor today, right? So no big deal. Just a what do you call it? A recheck-up.
A recheck? It's a check of a recheck. It's a recheck of a check.
See, if I don't write things down, there it is.
Oh, me too.
Okay.
Me too.
Yeah.
Hey, let's clink in. Everybody got your cup.
Let me get my clinker here.
I think we need to have a giveaway soon for an Ann Lynn mug.
A mug. Well, I was thinking we could just have a giveaway today of something.
Well, I don't have anything to give away that I can think of right now off the top of my head.
I think we could think of something. You ready? Okay. I'm sorry, my clinker is not going to work here today.
All right.
Nope.
So 1, 2, 3. Just hold it. Clink. I'll clank across the miles there. Okay.
That's right.
All right. Everybody clink in, get your coffee or a bottle of water or whatever you're drinking.
Cheers. That's right, Conquest Mama. That's right. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers. Conquest Mama, good morning.
All right. Let's put in the chat what you drinking just now. And if it's something we shouldn't be drinking, just say adult only.
Well, yeah, you can do that. Boy, I tell you what,
you ready for mine?
That chocolate sauce in there is good. Yes. What are you drinking?
Does a body good.
Water? Milk. Oh, that is good for you. Milk is good for you.
Yeah.
Good deal. Good deal.
British Tetley tea. Oh. No, Ann, I don't know. But
British Tetley tea is good.
Let's see here. Next week, we could have a small giveaway, just a small gift card to one of our favorite places that everyone seems to love and UPS and drivers get tired of delivering from. But
you need to get up out of your bed and get dressed. Good morning, Becky. Good morning, sweetie. Glad you're here with us. Water? You're drinking water?
Hi, Becky. Oh, good morning, Becky. Let me just
make some more of that chocolate.
Good morning, Becky.
I wonder. Well, we did say hi to Scott. Are you coming over? That would be funny.
Well, we've already said hi to Scott. We said good morning. I went, good morning, nephew. I did. I already said that. Didn't I, Ann?
He's got his large stick. Uh-oh.
You know what you told me this morning, Ann?
No.
You said that you are you have the what Ann? What?
I don't.
You told me you had you have your patio door open.
Oh, my patio door is open. The screen's locked.
Of course, but I mean, you said you've got nice circulation in your home this morning.
The temperature. Well, it'd be your way too. I can tell you. Hold on.
Thank you. I'm sitting in an office with the door shut, so it's pretty warm.
Okay, hold on a second.
Okay.
I will go to my.
Your handy
It's 59. It's 59.
Oh no, it can't be.
With a high today of
77.
70. It says here 75, and that'll be about 4:00 this evening.
Wow. Hey, Glenda said she'll be right back. She has to check on her chicks.
Okay.
She's chick babysitting.
She's chick lady. She's the chick lady.
No, she's chick babysitting.
She has her disabled chicken, and then she's has a for like a week or so. Right. Yeah, the chicken's there on vacation.
Well, when
another disabled baby.
Temporarily, though. This is only a
temporary
situation.
Correct. Temporarily.
It's something that happens to chicks. She's gonna make a full recovery.
Oh, the other chick will, but I don't know if hers will.
63.
It's 63. Oh, this, you know what? I could take this year round. If it's in the 50s at night.
Oh,
and then like the middle 70s. No more than like 77.
Becky said yeah.
That would be perfect for me. What about you, Lynn?
73, 75 would be perfect. And no humidity. Oh, no, but no humidity. No humidity.
Oh, I agree. And at nighttime?
55, 50.
Yeah. Yep.
I want to know, Becky, do you see, I mean, do you see the mountains? Can you see the mountains anywhere near where you live there in Colorado? I'm sorry, Becky. I started to say the Great Smoky Mountains. Sorry. That's in our neck of the woods.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, I know that they're booked up in the Smokies pretty much where you and I and our family go.
You want to go again?
Oh, tomorrow.
Ready to go again?
Tomorrow?
Glenda actually had an idea. I haven't run it past Dave yet, but our house.
We'll run it because, but everyone, I do want to know,
She said, "Mom, why can't we make a run to your house in New York and we can go all to the antique stores?"
Good morning, Joy Crawford is in the house. Let's give her some
Good morning, Joy.
And you can give her granny kisses. Give her some good old granny kisses.
She's my granddaughter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Woo! Yes. Well, your Aunt Lynn is here and your grandma Ann.
And just some of the greatest friends.
Huh?
Some of the greatest friends that we have are right here, and couldn't ask for any better people than who's in our chat this morning, Joy. We have people from Canada to Michigan to Colorado to just all
points unknown and points unknown. We're going all over the YouTube.
All right. Becky said, yes, I see the mountains from my cousin's condo. I'm here cat sitting for 2 weeks. Exciting.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's right. She's in Oklahoma and Becky is excited to be in Colorado.
Oh,
Jamie, you're in Maryland. Jamie, that's one place I've never had an opportunity. A few years back, Kimmerman and I went to Ann and Dave's home in New York, upstate New York. And then we went to New Hampshire and stayed there for about 5 nights. Did we not? About 5 nights, Ann.
Mm-hmm.
But coming home, we had to go by Boston. And it was just so traffic.
Concord. I had one of my daughters in Concord, Mass.
Well, but yes, you did. But you know what we did though? We came home through Vermont, and we stopped.
Yeah, and we went
the Vermont
to
store.
That Vermont country store. Oh, they're expensive,
great, wasn't it?
But but they have all the stuff that Lynn and I remember from the 70s.
Well,
clothes and.
You know what? If we're going to go, I want to tell everyone. Conquest Josh's daughter is been in the hospital this morning and had a procedure, but she's doing well, and that is the Lord. Praise the Lord. That is such a blessing. We know, and that would be Conquest Mama's granddaughter, and we know what that's kind of. But I do want you all to lift up Cameraman. My hubby is going to go in on the 27th, which I'm looking at the calendar, is 2 weeks from today. And he's having a total left hip replacement. And he's had his right hip replacement. And so we're going to a surgeon. He looks younger than, honest to goodness, he looks like he could be my grandson. That's how young our surgeon looks. Oh, he's fabulous.
I just think, it starts to be that way. The older we get, the younger they look. And
thank you.
It's good to have a younger doctor because.
Oh yeah, and he developed.
Love you. That can be your doctor the whole time.
Well, he developed. He works on a system. He doesn't make a side cut on the hip. He makes a right down the center of your, right down the front of your leg. That cut is done there. And what that does for his patients is it allows them to heal much, much faster. And I will say this. We were told by his nurses that he doesn't have to go to the gym on the day that he does hip replacements.
Really?
No, he gets a total workout, putting those joints back in. Isn't that amazing?
That is amazing, and I'm so happy for him.
So thank you for lifting him up in prayer.
It's been a journey.
It's outpatient
for him and you, right?
Right. It is outpatient surgery.
Isn't that amazing?
He comes home. He'll come home. So my son, now Ann said she would go with me, and you all know I appreciate that. But my son one of our sons has arranged to be off that day. And so we're usually down there by about 6:37 in the morning. And then, I don't know, surgery might be around 10. Uh-oh.
Excuse me. I'm so sorry to interrupt your story.
Wow. I don't know if I should be offended or what.
Oh, you ever look pretty today.
Thank you.
Oh. Huh? Okay. Here.
All right, let's get a chair. Pull up a chair.
She actually did it. She got in her car. Look how gorgeous you look.
She looked
Where are you
lovely.
going today?
Oh, we're going to the big city for the hospital, but I wanted to bring over the very first Grace and Fire mug.
Look.
Yeah.
It's the very first Grace and Fire mug.
She gets to have it.
Is that not?
Yay.
Oh.
Isn't it
that will
beautiful?
go in the dishwasher too. Grace and Fire. She is a woman of grace, even in the heat of the fire. And that's so true.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Well, I'm not going to say.
Okay, so if you have not subscribed to Grace and Fire.
Yes.
And I heard there was a special. Let's see if she's still in here. There's a special someone that was in here.
Okay.
But I don't see her.
Okay, let me go back.
I was listening on my way over.
Oh.
I see
Yes.
her. Hey,
Yes.
beautiful. I thought it was you. Yes, I see her.
Isn't she lovely?
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
she's
Well,
lovely,
I am going
lovely,
to
lovely.
scooch
Yeah.
on.
All right, babe.
I love you.
I love
Have
you.
a good show. Bye, you guys.
Oh, so you guys are gonna head to
Bye.
the city.
Oh,
Man, I love your necklace. It goes with your top. Look how
Here.
look how coordinated.
That's how we
Show
got
your
let me ask you
earrings
this. Did
that
she
you
make
made.
I made them.
Yeah, she made her earrings. I don't know. Did you make your necklace?
Did you
I got
make
this
your
at a
necklace?
thrift store.
You
Yeah.
got that at a thrift
And I
store.
got this at a thrift store. Yeah, I thrift store shop.
You look so pretty today.
I'm gonna take that. Whoops. I'm gonna take that and run.
Well, you and Sir Grace have a good day.
I will.
All
I
right.
love you.
I love you. Check in with
Love
me
you.
later
I will.
if you want.
I will.
Lock me in. She has the key. As I said, I was telling Dave, we need to give Glenda a key in case, and then she was able to check on her mail when we were on vacation last weekend. Okay, Lynn, back to your story, and then I want to come back to what I was going to say next.
Y'all may have to remind me.
I know. I
No,
am so sorry. I apologize.
No. I'm so glad. And show us your beautiful mug one more time. Show us your mug. Where is it? There
This
it is. Look at that. Oh, that is so pretty.
And
Well,
it's got a nice big handle like ours have.
I know.
Ours, we have the nice big handle. We may have to start a store. We are monetized, and but we've never put anything out there.
No.
There's a lot of stuff you can do on YouTube, but I'm thinking,
Well, let me finish
the
my
mugs
story.
may
And I'll
have to
tell you.
do. Huh?
Oh, Jen G. Hello. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
And,
Oh,
it is so.
that's another daughter. That's a daughter.
I know. Wow.
One of our 7.
Yes.
We have 7 kids. They're all ours.
They're
all ours.
just all beautiful.
And they keep repopulating. So we're into great grandchildren now.
How many?
Woo-hoo! 15. 15. I'm so sorry, Lynn. If you remember what you're going to say, interrupt.
Let me just finish it because you just
you
reminded
remember.
me of something. Okay. So anyway, cameraman will go in he'll have his surgery, and then get this. I had no idea, Ann. They did a block on his right hip. They do a block, and I'm sure they put you out in La La Land, I call it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then so anyway, so then my son and I, we went and actually we had breakfast, and we actually had lunch. I mean, that's how long we're there. Yeah. But you know what? And we had to wait until that block wore off, so that he could get up.
Time. Yes.
It was way in the afternoon, so he had to be able to get up, use the restroom, and climb stairs before he could be released. Anyway, we got home about 7 that night. So
it was stairs after having hip surgery.
Yes, ma'am. He had to be able to climb and walk. And
isn't it amazing what they can do?
I mean, and he's a man's man. I'm not saying that, but
yes.
So much pain from and that's kind of how he is now. Again, it's bone on bone.
Yes, bone on bone.
Here you are. You first surgery. He was 60. I'm sorry. I think he was 67. First surgery ever, and never been in surgery. Never had surgery like that ever.
He's never had his appendix out or tonsils.
Never. Well, he has gallbladder and tonsils and everything, And anyways, he cried because he was out of pain. Now, isn't that strange? You've had surgery. Most people cry because of surgery, right? No. He did not have that pain that he had been experiencing for so long.
I remember when he had his cataracts off. He did have that.
My husband was born with cataracts, and so was one of his sisters, also born with cataracts. And the cataracts, what they did is one eye was a lazy eye and one was not. So one had vision for close up and one was his vision for distance. So he never needed reading glasses, even when he got in his 50s.
Vision. He was born with monovision.
He was born with it, right? But a bad thing to this also is my husband had never seen individual leaves on a tree. He had never seen individual raindrops. He had never seen
remember that.
Clouds. He had never seen clouds. So what did he see? He saw green trees. He saw white clouds, no definition. And the rain just was rain. It was just water. There was no definition of raindrops. So when he had, the day that he had that surgery, and then we could take off the patch, I guess. Shield. I mean, here again, he wept because he had never seen a raindrop. It was raining that day going home, and he'd never seen. And I'll tell you what, that's been over 10 years now, and he still loves looking at clouds, things that I take for granted. He'll see faces and animals in the clouds because guess what? You can.
Right. It's amazing. It's amazing. So, and I want to say it's fabulous. So in 2 weeks he goes and gets his other hip done, and you are going to have your hands full because he's going to be chasing you all around that house. He's going to be chasing you again, Lynn. Huh?
Next Wednesday. I will be here next Wednesday. But at what now? What, Ann? Oh,
I just said he's going to be chasing you all around.
Well, fortunately, I'm going to physical therapy for a knee, so
he'll be able to catch you. He won't be able to. Yeah, he's going to catch you. Last week, pardon me, Dave and I were on vacay. We went.
Yes, you were.
We went to North Carolina, and we were able to. We got to see that 15th grandbaby. And is she ever a keeper?
Yeah.
What a little keeper she is. And so we what a blessing to be able to be in person and see, there and see her. And anyhow, so we got to spend time with her, with the new one and her mommy that we love so much. And we got to just be out on vacation. What? Oh,
what's wrong?
I'm getting to it, Scott. I'm getting to it. But
Okay.
But anyhow, so that's where we were. And Lynn and Glenda did such a fabulous job covering for me. And Scott, with Rambling with the Brums, he was all on the books to be here with us.
Right.
And then work popped up on him. Yeah. So it's fine, Scott. We're gonna have you back.
Oh, definitely. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, we will have you back. I do want to announce, though, that in
2 weeks from today.
Yep, 2 weeks from today, when Lynn is not able to be with me, I will have Josh, our conquest. Josh is going to be with us all the way up in Michigan, which is where I was born and raised.
Yeah.
Until I was 18. Yeah, I left home at 18. So, but yeah. So I'm gonna have Conquest Josh. So Josh, you need to plaster that on your channel and everywhere it go. And Scott, we will have you back.
Right.
We can have you back the following week, or you could be with Lynn and I next week. What works for you? You want to be with us next week?
You want to hang out with your your old friends,
your old ladies? You want to hang with the old ladies? And let me put our email up there.
Thank you.
Because if you'd like to hang with the old ladies,
right?
There's our email address. I got to look at the calendar here. That's the 20th. You can be with us. You can be with us at 10 a.m. in the morning.
That'd be good. Because the reason is I will be here, but cameraman has to get an injection in his spine.
Yeah.
So he's
got a time. He's gonna have so again, he is going to be all around. Just get ready.
I know it's going to be just great. It's going to be great.
Okay, Scott. Check your schedule and
he's a busy man now. I'm telling you,
he is. And if you're available, like next week or even the week after, that would be the first Wednesday in October.
Oh, oops! Did somebody just ding? It wasn't me. Mm-hmm. Now, hey, can I just back up something for a second?
Yes.
Okay. I was in the store in Walmart yesterday, local Walmart. Sorry about that. My nose is dripping.
Oh.
And I was there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And my son said something to the girl. He's he just said, well, have a good night, something like that. I hope you have a good evening. And she said, oh, I'm going to it was a bourbon tasting thing or something. And it involved 2 celebrities. I tell you the truth. No, I do not know who they were.
Were they launching a new line?
Yeah, they're launching their own line of bourbon.
Okay.
And anyway, I was like, so my point is, then she got talking about, something about, it came up about vampires. Don't even ask me how it came up about Halloween.
Okay.
The girl was like something. And I looked at her and I go, that's funny. You should mention vampires. I said, my sister and I, we have a YouTube show. And I said, we're just two grannies. And we have a great community. And I said, we have a gentleman who used to be on the CW. And he was Vampire Diaries. He was a star in that. And he's been in other shows. And Casey.
Oh, Casey from Orbisby Farms. Yes,
Casey was
on the Vampire Diaries.
Yeah. And she mentioned that of all crazy things. I don't know how that. I do not know how.
You should say we know one of them.
But I said,
stars.
I know one of the actors.
We do.
I said, let me just tell you about him. I said, yes, he was very successful in Hollywood, and he lived there, and And I said, but I know him by another name. You know, he had his stage name. And I said, I can't remember what it was. He's told you and I before.
I know. I can't remember. Well, you can see he's younger and looks a little different.
But I said, but now he lives outside of Atlanta, and he's a homesteader. He has a farm and he homesteads. Total different lifestyle. And he
loves it and has a wonderful channel.
So, you know,
guess who else is here, Leon?
Oh my goodness, lazy days ahead with Jesse
and Lisa.
How, I tell you what, all right, Jesse, how did you and Lisa do it?
Just saying.
No, just saying, how did you do it? You drive to the meetup, which was, and then I went ahead and watched all the way to the end of the first live. And then y'all went live after Ginger and them came, Boots and Bounty, is it? They all came and you did another couple hours. I know Miss Ann, I think she'd already went to bed. But
sorry.
So the next day I turn it on. I mean, go to your channel, and there you had another couple hours. Then you get up and you start driving. You start driving home. And you have to spend the night.
Long day.
You get up. I know.
Yeah.
And I have to tell you, watching you go over the Mississippi River, there in Biloxi, was it? Anyway, oh my goodness, awesome, right? I've been over the Mississippi, but up around St. Louis, that's as low down as I've went. That's as I don't go down south, And then here you are. You are in a live last night. You guys are like the Energizer bunnies. How do you do it?
I couldn't.
I drove.
That's too much. Although I was proud of me and Dave because we decided to leave North Carolina a couple days early. And I originally was thinking, let's go to Pigeon Forge and spend the night.
I know.
And he goes, why do we need to do that? We can be in Pigeon in like 2.5 hours. And then we can spend a couple hours there, go shopping, get what we wanted to get because we were on a mission.
You had orders.
We had orders and we were on a mission. And so and then come home the same day because it's not that far. And so I was like, well, okay. So we got up. I cooked breakfast in our condo. We were pretty well packed up, left. I think it was 8:30 in the morning. We got over to Pigeon. We walked around. We went to the landing. Is that what it's called, Lynn? Where the Ferris wheel is.
The island.
At the landing.
The island.
Went to the land. Oh, the island. The landing's in Branson.
Let me just back up. The landing where we've been to.
Yeah,
that's Branson.
That's Branson.
Branson, right? But no, this is the island of Pigeon Forge.
This is the island. I always get those two confused. I go, which is the one with the big?
I'm ready to go back to the landing. Just saying.
I'm ready to go to the landing too. But anyhow, so that's what we did. So we got there. We did our mission, and we stopped on the way to Pigeon. There is a Buc-ee's.
Yep, you went to Buc-ee's.
Holy cow, that's the first Buc-ee's I've ever been in. We stopped on the way down.
Say that again. First Buc-ee's you've ever been in?
Yeah.
Did y'all hear that? First Buc-ee's. All right, ma'am, I'm going to interview you. So I'm going to interview you. You ready?
Let me show you what I got at Buc-ee's.
Well, I want to I'll act like I'm an interviewer. All right,
I got me a little Buc-ee's.
What did you think? What did you think of Buc-ee's, ma'am?
Oh, can I run? We should have brought this other thing from my snack. Can you hold on? I'll be right back.
Oh, sure. We can hold on. Yeah. If
I can put him.
The Mod Father, he and Lisa, they like Buc-ee's and I like Buc-ee's.
Okay.
There's Buc-ee's about 150 miles from where I live. And I have to be honest with you, yesterday, I almost thought about going down there. I did. Mrs. Doubtfire, get off. Yeah.
Okay, I got some Buc-ee's snacks.
Okay.
I got some Buc-ee's snacks.
Okay, but all right.
Okay.
Let's see. Well, then Ann, just a minute. What time is it, Ann?
Oh,
everybody, get your snacks together.
What time is it? Okay, hold on. Let me tell you what time it is. Okay, so originally I brought a peach cut up, which I'm going to eat it because I can't leave it. And I asked my A machine, the one that starts with A, hey, how many calories in a large peach? And she told me 68. So I thought, that's not bad for a snack.
Not for all that.
Okay, but I found these at Buc-ee's. I found these little lights.
Oh.
I have chocolate. Let's see. What does that say? Chocolate meringue.
Okay.
And then I found vanilla. Okay. So let me tell you how many calories. 20 calories in 8 pieces.
20 calories
Same with
in
this
8
one.
pieces.
So the whole bag, if you ate the whole bag in one, yeah, there's 2.5 servings in each bag. A serving size is 8. I'll show you the little things. They're like, and then so that would be 8 is 20 calories. If you ate the whole bag, it says 50 calories.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
I haven't opened these up. I've been
open up.
I don't want to. Yeah. I'd have to ride how many hours? 3 or 4 hours to go to Buc-ee's again.
I'm ready.
Oh, I know. It'd be fun. Okay, here's what they look like.
Okay.
There's little things and they melt.
They're like meringue. They're like meringue. They probably are.
They remind me a little bit of Glenda's dehydrated marshmallows.
Yes.
But
okay, now here. Oh, Christine. Hello, Christine. Welcome in. We're so glad you could be here with us today. So
thank
everyone
you.
Got your snack. My snack. Let me see if I can show you. My snack. Oops, sorry. Are these beautiful? This is a grape. That's a grape.
And those wild looking.
And my grape is 2 inches long.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And they're seedless.
Measure that again. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
If you just joined us, it's snack time.
Measuring grapes. We're measuring grapes.
I'm eating peaches. I had one of them chocolate.
Can you see right there?
Oh my! I see it, Lynn.
And this is
hard
smaller
to believe,
than
but
the
I
one I just had. Now, are you wondering why I have my ruler out? Mm-hmm. Did you freeze up?
Yep.
Okay. Why do I have my ruler out, Ann? It's because I've started selling on eBay.
She's got the knack of finding great things at thrift stores and Goodwills.
I can't take any credit. God's just good to me that way. Just so good. So, yeah.
Lynn, I'm going to check my internet connection.
I know.
I'll be right back.
All right. You got me. Sorry. Yeah. One of my sons helped me yesterday get started with a my own eBay shop. Is that what it is? And so I'm excited about it. So I had to have my ruler because you have to, do the pictures and you have to do a full description. And thankfully, the items I put up for sale, they're good items. They don't have any chips, and they don't have any what we call flea bites. So I've got two good items, and then Oh, let's see here. Oh, Miss Lisa is here. Mwah. Oh, Miss Lisa, I was saying, and and Jesse answered me. He said I'd have to go back up and read it, but I was saying, like, how did you all travel and visit with that meetup was, it looked, and when Andale came in to be with you two for a few minutes and you two hugged back in that corner, I'm telling you, I wanted to be there. I mean, like, I wanted to be there. The love and the camaraderie there and the fellowship just looked, it was beautiful. And then I was telling everyone how I watched the new Jesse was up that 2 hour with Ginger and everyone, Boots and Bat, all had that good fellowship together. And then y'all got in your vehicle and you drove for like 2 days. And next thing I know, you're on lives here and lives there. And it's like, whoa, where'd they get that energy from? I'd be like conked out at that point. But I haven't missed. I watched your adventures, and I was letting them know I watched you cross the Great Mississippi down there, and I think Biloxi down that way. And it was exciting. And about the time that you were going over that, I think I was going over the Ohio River. So it's pretty exciting. Those rivers are something to behold, aren't they? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Anyway, Ann, I have 2 items on eBay right now.
Okay.
And and I have so many more to put up. So, I showed you all that vintage eye cleaner recently. I need to get it up there. It has no chips, no flea bites.
You saying flea bites?
Yeah,
like
they're
a
called
flea?
No, not a real flea. They're like the edge has a little. Well, they're not as big as a chip. They're not as big as a chip. A chip is a chip. Okay. But flea bites are these little like that. Like if a flea took a bite out. Well, they're actually a little chip. They're like a little chip, really. But what can you say? Yeah, the Ohio runs into the Mississippi. It sure does.
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't Boots and Bang. I'm wrong live. Sorry. Yeah, it was Ginger and Tiffany and Joe. Yes. Thank you, Scott. I don't know why I keep saying that, but I do, and I'm sorry.
So if you're just joining us later, you're watching the replay right now and you just popped in, you zoomed ahead. It's snack time and I just finished my snack. It was good.
And you had great snacks.
Good. You have to let them sit out
more of those good snacks. All the peach. See, we had a peach discussion the other day, you and I.
You know what I made last night?
Do you remember that peach discussion? You and I?
You got to go get some fresh peaches?
We came over to your house for lunch.
Yes.
Do you remember the peach discussion? I said, peaches just aren't any good. And you said, oh, sure they are. Just let them sit out for a day or two.
Yeah, because they pick them when they're real hard. They're not even ripe. So then they have ripe. That gives them time in the store. So when they get to the store, they're unless you're fortunate to be there on peach picking day at your local farmer's market and they're nice and ready to eat. But I did make a peach.
Yeah. What? What'd you make?
No. What were you going to say?
Unless you can go to like a local farmer who just has some old-fashioned peach trees. Mom and I hit up a farmer. And it was old-fashioned pear tree. Do you remember that when you used to just take a pear and you had to go, same thing with a peach, you had to kind of move it away from you because it would just drip?
We remember hit a guy one time. When we lived out in the country when we were kids, and my girlfriend and her family, they lived like 1 mile down the road. They had, they had those and we just pick them off the ground and wipe them off and eat them. Oh, pears, they were so good.
Right now, your daughter Glenda is picking something off of the ground right now and processing it, and they're called persimmons.
Yeah, persimmons, and you make a wonderful dessert that we usually only have on like Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Right.
So
now,
but
I have a source at a good store. We have a good store about 20 miles from us, and they've been there since, I mean, our aunt shopped there, many, many, many years ago. Anyway, their persimmon pulp for 2 cups makes a pudding, right? Yes. I think the other day I saw it was $6.75
for 2 cups of persimmon pulp.
But
frozen, it's frozen.
I could trust their persimmon pulp though. You can't trust everybody, because you want persimmons have to drop to the ground, or you can't use them. And then, of course, once they drop to the ground, they're covered with grass and clippings, and they start to deteriorate. And so, they're but the ones
that pickled fruit. They're pickled fruit.
Were beautiful. Yeah. They were beautiful persimmons. They weren't. But now I had not been there for like a week on the ground,
Well, yesterday afternoon, I was thinking, what could I make that I haven't made for a while? So
yes,
I made a 0 sugar Pillsbury white or yellow. I guess it's yellow cake. I got one of those, and I had 2 cans of sliced peaches that were 0 sugar. They're just no sugar. And then I used the Splenda, but I think I have some Trevia, but I've come across the Splenda was open. Brown sugar, which is like half the calories, a stick of butter. Yeah. So you melt a stick of butter, and then you take as much of the brown sugar that you want. Sometimes, I don't know, half a cup at least. Okay. And you have a 13 by 9, and you put the brown sugar in the bottom. Then your melted butter, and you mix that real good so that the brown sugar started to dissolve. And then you make the cake mix. You reserve the liquid from the 0 sugar peaches. You reserve that. 2 cans equals, I think it was, I needed 1 cup of water it was either 1 cup or 2. It'd be 1 cup of water for the cake mix. And it made exactly that amount from those 2 cans. So you use that instead of the water in your cake mix with 3 eggs and a 1/3 cup of oil. And so you mix that real well. And then you take the peaches and you put it. So it's the butter, the brown sugar, the peaches, and you make them all in the 9 by 11 glass I have. And then you put the cake batter over it and bake it. You have to keep an eye on it. I did a timer, 325. I did a timer for 30 minutes, but then it wasn't done. So I let it go for another 10 minutes and then turn the oven off and check on it, right? And so the cake is done. And then it's a peach upside down cake. I guess you could do the same thing, right? With pineapple. Right. So, whoa. And it's so sweet and so good. And it's low sugar. So that's better for you. So that's how we roll at our house. No sugar, low sugar.
I just want to address they're asking questions about persimmons, Ann.
Okay.
Now, persimmon and a pawpaw. No, a pawpaw isn't the same as a persimmon. And persimmons, persimmons are grown mainly in
look it up.
There wouldn't be necessarily raised in Michigan, or it's too cold there. Ohio probably is too cold. Indiana is good. Kentucky would be good. I'm not sure how south. I do not know how south you go with persimmon trees. They're a delicate kind of a thing, And they in our area, not only are they are they're desired. Let me tell you a little story. Yes. Last year, my pastor lives in the country. He has a bam bam shop, boom boom shop, fishing and boom boom shop, and he had a neighbor down around the corner. There's a curve in the country, And these persimmons fall on the county, the county land, and they fall out in the road, but they fall in her yard, obviously. So he said, why don't you go around over there? And she go over there and pick up the persimmons that are like on the county land and on the road. Innocently go over there.
Well, yeah, innocently at first.
And I'm picking up persimmons, not in her yard. Big hill.
Yeah.
You got to go up the hill to get in her yard. Oh my gosh. She come out loaded to boom. I mean, she was loaded to go, and then pretty soon her son had to come out behind her. Well, anyway, I found out, even though those persimmons had fallen in the road and had fallen on county land, that they were her persimmons. So I had a small, thing gathered up. I said, well, here, you can have your persimmons back. She went, I don't want them now. I don't want them now. And I, oh no, ma'am, please. I don't want to cause trouble.
You're a bad girl. You're a bad girl. Bad girl.
I don't want to cause trouble between her and my pastor either, right? So she goes, no, I don't want them. And I go, well, ma'am, neither do I. And I took those and I did kind of climb up on her hill. And I set those persimmons down on the ground and I laughed. And he just laughed and laughed.
You didn't take them?
Oh, no. You kidding me?
Okay, here's what the Wikipedia says. It's like a tomato. It says, like the tomato, persimmons are not commonly considered to be berries.
No.
But morphologically, the fruit is in fact a berry. So it's a berry.
Okay.
Typically, a tree reaches 15 to 60 feet in height and is round topped. Let's see, boy, it gives like, it says persimmon trees are typically, I don't know, dioecious, meaning male and female flowers are produced on a separate tree. The trees have both male and female flowers. Well, this is like, I don't need to know that. And it is giving me the nitty gritty on the male and female trees.
Let's put it this way, everybody.
People know it's a fruit. Yeah. Well, it's a fruit that matures late in the fall and can stay on the tree until winter. Okay.
Yes. And you do not pick these off of a tree. If you pick them off of a tree, you will get into the most pucker that it will dry your mouth out instantly. And also, if you get a unripe, they have to fall to the ground, unfortunately. And if you get one in your batch, if you get a pucker one in your batch, it can kind of taint your whole pie. You'll have that twang of in the whole pie. And anyway, they're great. We were raised on persimmon pudding, and it's not everybody's cup of tea by no means.
It's actually it's more like pumpkin pie. Think about pumpkin pie, a crust.
Think about a pumpkin pie. Yeah.
Well, no, the texture is what I'm saying. Yeah. If you had a crustless pumpkin pie, that's what a persimmon pudding. It's like
could look like.
Yes, and texture-wise, it's got a grain to it, and but you bake.
Right.
They call it pudding, but it's more like the filling of a pumpkin pie that's been baked.
Now, like I told Glenda, you put it in a mill and you mill it out, and there are all kinds of seeds in that little persimmon. They're beautiful. Look them up. They're really pretty. But there's, oh my goodness, there's so many big seeds. They have huge seeds in these. And I still can. You can pick them off the ground. You can look them, make sure no bird or deer or anything's been on it. You can wipe it off, get the grass off, and you can pop it in your mouth, and you can spit the seeds, and they're so good. They're just so good. But it's just like in our area, if you know where there's a persimmon tree on some property that is abandoned, you don't tell. Same thing with mushroom hunters in our area.
I was just going to say that.
They don't tell where them mushrooms are at, and people don't tell where them persimmons are at. No.
It's like big secrets.
It's a wet
secrets
case.
Of the Midwest.
Go over to Glenda. channel, Grace and Fire, she has a video. It's a wet cake. I have a video on it. It's like a custard. Yeah, and depends on the person that processed them. I used to put them in my mill, and then you have to scrape the bottom. It's coming out the bottom. Okay, then it's still going to be too grainy. So then I used to put them in another sieve, put my hand in a plastic cup, and I sieved them down more. Okay, because I like that fine texture on. But Ann, you can have a fine texture, or you can have that gritty, fibrous feel. So yeah, just saying.
Either way, you could, couldn't you? So you have to know what kind of persimmon that you're buying that's frozen. Yes. How they processed it.
And Lisa, Jesse's girl, is right. She's watched them where they open up the seed of a persimmon, and that can kind of like tell you what the winter is going to be like. A lot of people in our area, they do. You're right. They pop them seeds open, and they sort of like predict the weather. And also, it's the same thing like a woolly caterpillar. If those caterpillars are a certain color or a certain amount of what we call wool on those caterpillars in our area, that's also something. And we go by the farmer's almanac here,
which said we're going to have snowy winter.
Right.
Cold and snow.
Right. And also, oh yeah. Okay. Now, Grace and Fire is yes, Glenda, and I want to give you ask a request of you. When you process some more persimmons, your cousin John would like to know if he could have a few seeds also. He'd like to.
Cool.
He's collecting seeds.
I was wondering.
Glenda, and all the homesteaders that she, her great community. They've really inspired him. He came home to live with us for a while because of, Tony had the hip replacement, and now another one. And so anyway, but he actually had a container garden this summer at our home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And right now he's got strawberry plant. He's got a strawberry plant, and we're going to need to, think about getting that in the ground because it has all the runners and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So,
well, talking about food. So yesterday,
hey, can you put me out of the picture for just a moment?
Sure. Okay. She was going to say, I'll be right back. So have you found this to be true in your grocery store? So I was at a local grocery yesterday. No fresh hamburger. All they had that Laura's extra lean beef that they sell for like almost $9 a pound. And then they had, then they had the 1 pound packages and the 2 pound packages in the rolls. You know what I'm talking about? I went to the meat counter, no ground hamburger. And this past Sunday, I was at a huge Kroger, no ground hamburger. Just that Laura's lean or whatever it's called. That's real expensive, and none in their meat counter. So what's happening with the hamburger, you guys? Are you experiencing a hamburger shortage? Now, I know I'm going to go over to Costco and buy some. They'll have it. I'm sure, because we got some the last time we went. And so we're going to have to go over there. It's not very far from me now. Woo-hoo. But, and so I'd like to know what you all are experiencing at your local grocery stores. If you grow your own, fabulous. And we have a nephew and his wife that have a farm, and they're doing that too. So we have access to that hamburger too. But oh my goodness, has anybody else had trouble with hamburger? Lynn, are you ready? Are you ready, Lynn? Wave at me. Oh, okie dokie, here she comes. Have you experienced any shortage of hamburger? over your way?
Well,
Ground hamburger.
Well, let me just say this. I don't know how y'all doing. Cameraman and I mean, God takes care of us, and I want that to be known.
Oh, yeah.
He has blessed us. He was able to go retire pretty, I mean, he could still be working, but he's not. So he had to retire when he needed to retire. So having said that, right now, beef products in general are almost, not quite, but they're almost out of our reach. I was telling Ann, Ann had cameraman and I over for dinner a few weeks ago with Dave, and we had a wonderful dinner. And she had done a roast in a crock pot. I think that was the first roast that I've had in ages. Right now, I found that pork is the one that they're pushing. Pork is the cheap.
Oh, it is. Right now. It is. And I found some. Pork. Yeah. It is. Oh, pork is, a pork tenderloin. You can get a Whopper pork tenderloin.
Buy one and get one. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it is at our local. It's buy one, get one.
So we've been eating. Yeah. But like you said, our nephew raises, they do have, our nephew raises pork, and
$13.
He raises beef and pork, chickens, and they have eggs, and so they're a pretty good, they're a small size farm is what you would say. And yes, they sell at the farmers market. And yes, we have their hamburger. That's all that I have from them is hamburger. But boy, Ann, I was at Sam's Club the other day, like I told you. They had some Angus products, it's beef, but it was hardly it was hardly any beef there. Now they had some hamburger, ground hamburger, I guess they ground round. Yeah,
I'm showing some comments here.
Yeah, there's shortages, and Sam's Club
it has to be
not packed with beef. And chicken has almost gotten out of reach anymore. So, it's kind of a treat to get a roast. It was really, Ann is a fantastic.
Well, that one worked out really well. I was pleased. I am not typically a chuck roast fan, but Dave likes only because they're so, there's a lot of fat. You get the fat and all.
But what's in the fat? What's in the fat? Flavor. That's why we like a steak. And sometimes, you'll eat that fat a little bit on that steak.
Not and what you have to do, the real success for me in those chuck roasts is to brown it in a skillet, in a hot skillet, put a lid on it, and brown it. It's like you're frying it to pieces on all sides if you can before you put it in your crock pot, because you want to get as much of the blood, and fat kind of cooked up. And so you kind of do that really it's like you're trying to cook it on the skillet. And then I threw it in the crock pot with a can of beef consomme.
I know. In a can. I saw, you bought 2 of them the other day. I have never bought that in a can.
Beef consomme. Yeah. When you have to have these procedures, like on the downside of your body, and you have to make sure everything is out before you have these procedures, but they tell you can have a little beef broth or whatever the day before or whatever it is, so you can have chicken or beef broth, but the consommes are really good because they're more concentrated, there's more flavor, but anyhow,
Gillum Farms is here. He said, just hide and watch. Lab grown will be pushed hard. Yes.
Oh my gosh, I know.
Which one
they are doing that?
Someone just put a video out about the lab grown meat. Maybe did Glinda mention it? Anyway,
I have seen that on the it's in your face on the news sometimes. They talk about it, and the other thing is you have to watch, natural flavorings. You guys can be anything. It could be boogers. It could be, snot. It could be anything. They do not have
nowadays,
to disclose.
It's cricket. It's ground up. Insects are added.
Now they will say on some of the cereals, the name for the ground crickets has whatever that name is. Yeah. It's one of the ingredients in some cereals right now. Right. So I would, if I can find that,
and especially on cereals, when you go to the edge of the cereal, right down here, it will say it contains, and I can't remember the lettering, but it says it contains blah 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 blah. Well, anyway, we don't buy that anymore, and it's everywhere. It's on Bisquick. I can't remember if anyone knows.
It's on Bisquick.
It's on everywhere. Now there's there's a brand of cereal who has not put that on their cereal, and so that's what Kimmerman and I buy that cereal. Okay, but yes, it's got a whole little statement, and you will see it right on the edge of your. Yep. So there's a lot of things. It could be ground chicken lips and ground chicken toenails. Just saying, that's right. Mm-hmm.
Cricket flour, okay. And cricket flour is a protein-rich powder made from crickets using various processes. Cricket flour differs from true flours made from grains by being composed mainly of protein. This is what Wikipedia has said. Now I'm trying to find what the name of it is.
Thank you.
It's cricket. It's cricket flour.
Yeah. It says right on the side.
Yeah. And I mean, it's in a lot of foods. And what I'm getting back to, this natural flavorings that's in everything, they do not have to disclose what it is.
Correct.
It can be anything.
Correct.
Anything.
Correct. Natural flavoring, it could be anything. Now,
anything.
Like they said, Joy and Glinda are both saying they love Aldi's. Buy Aldi's. Aldi's, they have no dyes, DYES in it. And it is called contains bioengineered food. And that's what's on the side.
It bioengineered food.
Thank you very much. That's right. And it's on so many. So it can be on cake mixes. It's so many places.
Well, okay. So back to this Jordan Skinny chocolate. Yes. It has artificial flavors. It says natural and artificial flavors. Mm-hmm. So that could be anything. Right. Because it's water, cellulose, gum, cocoa powder, natural and artificial flavors. Mm-hmm. And then the other stuff. But so just saying, and so it's a good idea to bless your food, even if you just think it. I mean, before you eat it, just say, "Thank you, Lord, bless this food in Jesus' name." That goes a long ways. You need to. That's why. That is why we bless our food,
and giving thanks for it, right? Giving thanks.
Yeah, just thank you, Lord.
And I'm just Conquest Mama says, I just love that God's chickens give us eggs daily. They do. Yes. It reminds her of manna. Remember manna?
Yeah.
Daily food to be gathered year round. Yeah, that's right. Yep.
So if you have access to fresh eggs,
fresh manna,
wonderful.
Fresh manna. Yeah. Perry Stone has Manifest. That's what his Manifest.
He's a great one to watch.
Daily Manifest.
Perry Stone, Pery Stone, Stone. Yep. Right. And he's a wonderful pastor.
But now we're talking biblically and scripturally, but we have so many good channels here right now that are helping us nutritionally.
Yes.
With nutrition.
And I have some of that pure vanilla.
I
want a big bottle of it. And
Sir Grace Saturday night.
We've used it. Yeah, we've had it.
Him a bottle of that used sticker. He sure did.
Oh yeah. Wow, Lynn, we have had a wonderful, fabulous crowd here today and
I tell you
chat with
what.
us and watching live.
Now, just remember,
The most we've had in a very long time.
Next week, it's
Listen.
going to be Ann, myself, and Scott will be here from.
Is Scott coming? Did he? Are you
Yeah, he said the 20th was good. I do believe. You can check your chat.
Oh, hey, Scott.
Scott, you said yes for next week, correct? Rambling with the Birds.
Did you say yes? Yes, yes.
I do believe and we've just had such a day here today. I just didn't get a chance to say. But yeah, I'm pretty sure, Scott, you said the 20th was good. Good to go.
All right.
And then 2 weeks from today, woohoo! 2 weeks from today, my hubby will be having a total hip replacement, and in the house will be Ann and Conquest Josh. So
yes, he's going to co-host with me on that day. And then we are doing something special. We've got our ladies forum group scheduled, and we're going to record it so that we can be in the chat live with you when the show comes out on October the 4th as a premiere. And on that day, Glenda, I don't know if you want to say anything today or not, but on that day, Lynn and I will be on a different location. So we're going to present that show, our ladies forum group, and we have ladies from all ages, from the young working mother, like in 20s, we have our 30s, I think, covered, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and if we can get our mom, if you can work that out to get her at your house that evening, so we could have we'll have a representative in the 90s, and we're going to discuss women's issues from A to Z and all in between.
And I want to say something. The Mod Father said,
yes.
How did Scott get an invitation before the Mod Father? I'm jelly.
You want to come that same day? You want to come next week?
Now that would be him and Lisa. Lisa's right there by him. She says, yeah, they're I'm telling you what. We'd have us a high heel.
You want to come in next week with
and if Lisa's available, she keeps busy. She's making them great jam.
It's gonna be fabulous. I'll send you a link too if you want to.
All right. Yes. Just saying, Mod Father, please come. Please come.
Got it, Glenda. So anyhow, next week we're going to record this wonderful show with ladies from these age groups, and get your thinking caps on, ladies. So we want to be able to discuss very
well
truth. We just want to, these are what the things. It's like stuff our mom,
right?
Huh?
We're not doctors. We're not nurse practitioners.
No.
We're not physician's assistants.
But we're women.
We're just sharing what we've experienced, and you may not experience it. Every age has something, and not every woman goes through everything. There are women who go through what we call the change. They fly through it. Other women, they don't fly through it. I will be 72 in next month. I've had things that no one ever told me about. No one ever, because they probably never experienced it, right? But
questions.
I have found out things. Yeah, I found out things that, oh my gosh,
in the last few years, huh?
Huh?
You found out things in the last few years that you told me about
that have just like my mind, right?
Serious?
And are you serious? Exactly what I told her. Are you serious? So it's just good to be aware that things can happen, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you're going to get them.
No, I'm going to say things that we wished our mothers would have told us. Maybe they didn't know either.
Maybe they didn't know, right?
And I do have to say, like our mom for 92, she'll be 93 on November 10th. Physically, the lady is an Energizer bunny. Doesn't seem to have any issues other than low high blood pressure.
Yes,
and mentally is a different challenge, but physically, physically, holy cow, mom's wonderful. And it's like you and I, Lynn, we have issues, and Mom
Yes.
never had them. And I think I do really think my deep down thought is it's the food additives, it's the food that we ate, it's all
It's
the
the fast
sugar
food.
probably that we processed food,
Fast
a lot of
foods.
we di- well, no, it was all the high sugar content food that we ate as children. And they
Kool-Aid.
start, huh? And
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid. Well, Kool-Aid. I know. I mean, real Kool-Aid, but
Yeah, Kool-Aid.
real cookies. You know, but there's. I think that's probably about in the 50s and 60s when food additives really took off and flavorings, and they found out if you mix this and that, you'll get a
People
good
will want it.
flavor.
If you can make it addictive, they will
Well,
line right up for it.
Coca-Cola originally had
Coke in it.
Yeah, the real deal.
The real deal. And
Real deal.
we lived in a town in Michigan, and we had a local doctor. If you had, he was like, if you had a cold, you went and he gave you a shot, that just a real country doctor. Well, don't you know, his wife actually was so addicted to Coca-Cola, the drink, that the Coca-Cola delivery man delivered to our local doctor's house. That's how addicted she was.
She burned up her stomach line.
Yeah, she did pass away. Yes. But I'm saying,
from that.
Yeah.
I mean,
but when I was in high school, kids could mix, I don't know, like aspirin.
It was an aspirin. They said if you put an aspirin in a Coca-Cola,
that's probably an old wives' tale, but
it might be. But you could get, drunk or something,
That's why it's important to know what you're putting in your mouth. Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely. Even our water, because we know that city water, even well water, we don't know who's dumped something.
Can I tell you well water before we go? I worked for, I when we moved here, I worked for a little lady that she lived to be in her 90s. But anyway, her son lives out in the country he's passed away, but he lived in the country about 10 miles from me. And, they got on that kick. He had well water. And they got on that kick that she did, that, our city water was, polluted and blah, blah, blah. So Kenneth started bringing her gallons of his well water. Well, someone finally said to Kenneth, you need to have that well water tested. Well, we grew up, you could drink. We would go to our grandmother's in Kentucky and they had a pump outside, you remember? And then we all had that
spring water,
that aluminum ladle, and we'd all drink out of that, Well, anyway, he had it tested, and lo and behold, there were organisms and whatever bad stuff in that water, and he'd been giving it to his mother, So then they got this idea they'd put a little bit of bleach in it,
I mean, really? You can, but you can't drink it for a long time.
Oh, I know, but it's like I don't want to drink, Yeah, now that's you drink out of your well, and fluoride, all the additives are scary stuff, is right. And we drink out of well water, but I'm saying now, just where we're at, the well was not good.
Yeah, it just depended.
Depends on your water source where you're getting that water from, right?
Yes.
And another thing, if you have a lot of farmers that farm with pesticides and all the things, that can, I'm not saying it will, I'm no expert, but I would assume it could get into a water source.
Oh yeah. And there's so many, we have these awful situations with in Flint, Michigan, with their water. And then now, what was the other? There's another terrible situation where people are out of their homes, and when I can't think of the name of the city. But oops, yeah. But anyhow.
I know. Grace and Fire. We just got a report. with our city water. I don't know what you guys pay for city water, but we have city water, and they put the waste removal on it. $125.
Lynn.
Bones, my wild home melody. Hello.
Bones. We haven't gone trucking with you for so long.
Well, now we've been in the truck watching, but we haven't been in the truck.
Yeah, Bones, I am back in the area where Lynn is at now. We are in the process. Well, we moved from New York. We still have our house up there, but we have a buyer that we're working with.
Right. Are we doing a road trip up to Antiques? Is that what I heard?
That was what I was going to say.
I'm ready for
Linda said, Mom, while you still have your house, while you can still, get into it and stuff. She goes, why don't we go up there and hit the antique stores that we love and do some antiquing? And then I said, well,
my calendar out.
There's no furniture in the house. I mean, we could go upstairs.
Oh, it takes the blow up beds.
Take a blow up bed. Yeah. And do that. So I don't know. I haven't ran them by Dave, but I'm not saying it's not possible.
Why don't we do it next week?
I'm not saying Thursday. It's out of the question. I'm saying
we do it Thursday, Friday, Saturday of next week.
That soon?
Yeah, that soon. If not, I'm going to be kind of like helping my hubby with his rehab and everything. So I'm available after he gets his pain shot Wednesday.
Okay, well, I'll have to talk. I'll have to look at the calendar too. I don't know.
Glenda's
got to. She's Miss Glenda's got to look at her calendar.
I know. But it'd be wonderful if the calendar was open. And Bones, you and Conquest Josh is going to be our guest 2 weeks from. He's going to be our host. I won't be here.
He's going to co-host with me 2 weeks from today.
You two were at Clear Lake. You were about 3.5 hours north of where Ann and I grew up, because we grew up outside of Ann Arbor. Let's just put it that way. We grew outside.
We can even. It don't matter. We can tell where we grew up at.
We grew up in a little town called South Lyon, Michigan.
Lyon.
And Bones,
graduates of South Lyon High School.
Huh? Right. And Bones doesn't live very far from where we grew up. And
South Lyon is not like it was when we were kids.
Oh gosh, no, of course.
It was
it had they had a light in town, and one light, and it wasn't even, I don't even think it was a stoplight. I think it was a blinker, like caution on one side and red on. Anyway, and how they got the police, because our father was a policeman, there was a light bulb on top of that light at the main drag. There was a light bulb, and if that light bulb was on, it told the policeman to get to the city hall. They needed you.
I didn't know that. That's funny.
Oh yeah, there's a light bulb on top of it. Yeah,
I did not know that. Yeah. Well, anyhow, our dad.
But anyway, they went fishing. They went fishing.
I know. He's a fisherman. He's a fisherman. Yeah, and Bones is in Jackson, and that's where we used to go camping every year.
There is a state park, and
the state park. That's where
we had a 3-room tent, big tent.
Big tent.
Big tent.
Yep. And that we'd went that every year. And sometimes
and I'm just going to tell you before we leave, we're just going to give you a little something to think about.
Okay.
I don't have the book here at the house. It's at church. And it was written by Tom Horn and Chris Putnam. And Ann was reading this book. It's a big, thick book. And all of a sudden she goes, her brakes came on. It mentioned encounters of the.
Let me look that up.
Is encounters of the. Good grief.
Third Kind. What is that movie? Close Encounters of the Third.
Yeah, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Okay, so in this book, that's it. Close Encounters of.
What was Putnam's name?
Chris. Chris.
He passed away.
Chris is, but Tom Horn's living. Anyway, they wrote a book, and so Ann was reading it, and all of a sudden they mentioned this UFO encounter in outside of South.
The Petrus Romanos.
Right, outside of South.
Final Pope. Petrus Romanos.
And so I don't know how you believe. I mean, one way, we're not saying they're aliens from another planet. Please don't. If you want to ever talk to us about it, we can always talk in emails. But our family actually saw a UFO. and it was in the time frame of the UFO that landed
19,
over around
1966.
Seen around Dexter, Michigan.
It was on a Saturday.
Walter Cronkite did
an expose,
an interview with it. The police in our area that our father knew, the state police saw it, and then all that summer, I watched swamp gas. We lived in the country, and I watched swamp gas, and it would turn swamp gas. It turned red, green, blue, all summer at the back.
And then Petrus Romanus, they were, they're talking about that, and it's a long story short, but we don't think they're aliens from other planets. We think they're fallen angels. And in the Bible, if you believe the Bible,
bye, Johnny.
Bye.
Yes. Have a great day.
A third of the angels fell.
Unusual that
I know, but can I just say real quick? A third of the angels fell with Lucifer. A third. Now, was that a third of a billion? Was that a third of a trillion? Or a number that's even larger? Who knows, right? Where did they go? Where did they go, Lynn?
Well, some were reserved in Tartarus with chains.
And
the others, I believe, are what we experience in everyday life. And just go look in chat. Look in chat right now what Jesse's putting up.
Where the whole story is.
Yeah, but listen, but
where we gave our testimony, I guess you'd call it. You'd have to go over on Marfugal TV.
Right.
And it was probably
3 years
ago. Years ago now. We
talked about it one night on Marfugal. Mm-hmm. Adam had us come on and talk about our experience. We don't talk about it.
No, because most people think you're.
Yeah, but now lazy days ahead. Listen, Ann. Expo Vaticane Petros Romonius.
Yeah, that's the book. Expo Vaticana Petros Romanus. Yeah.
Right. Yep, you're right. And you know what, Jesse, I'm glad that you know that information. That is, it's been out there.
There's
something.
Yeah. And I don't think, And I don't think people really think about, you gotta think a little critically, but think about, a third of the angels that God made fell with Lucifer, a third. And we don't know how many that third is. I would say it's a pretty large group.
Right.
But now if you think the Bible is allegory, then you may not believe like us. But we believe it's a true inspired word of God. So
right. So anyway,
there's that. Yes. There's that.
But goodness for Jesus, we have authority over those things.
Yes.
Amen. That's why we don't talk about it. We don't
could be, Jesse.
Could be that we don't know.
Yeah.
It was our uncle's birthday. It was our uncle's birthday party.
There were 7 of us.
In the evening, and we were all out in the driveway. Yeah.
8 of us.
And
it was our family. 5.
Our father.
There was 7 people.
Well,
8 people.
Our father at that time was a truck driver. At that time, he had not become a police officer yet, and he was a truck driver. And so he worked out of Detroit Metropolitan. Well, actually, he worked out of Willow Run Airport at that time. It was Willow Run.
Mm-hmm.
And so he noticed this thing in the sky, and he was used to seeing planes and being around, cargo planes and freight, and so he's the one I think probably noticed it. And as soon as he noticed it, we all noticed it. Obviously,
well,
it went over us.
We were in the dining room. We had that big picture window. And
we went outside
coming, and we were like, what is that thing? What is it? We all went outside. It went right over us. So anyhow, that could be another whole show. But we did go on Marfugal TV a couple years ago. Adam had us on in Zax, and we gave our story. So you can go back and look for it. But we love our Adam.
We sure do.
We love all of our
communities. I tell you what, we're so blessed.
But we're so
glad to see you.
We want them back. We want you back.
It's been a day, everybody. It's been a day since we've seen everyone. Aaliyah has been here in the past, and we're so thankful. We see Lisa Hall put out content the other day, which is like, wow. Some of our, our creators are gone. Some of them are quiet, and we miss everybody. So this community that has embraced us, homestead community, you all are
others
others full of love, and we are so thankful. Oh, that's right, Becky. That's right. That's why we don't talk about it a lot, because we don't want to give place. Did we experience it? Yes. We were not Christians at the time either. So
I have thought about it, remembered it my whole life.
Yeah.
And now that
where we were then to where we are now, we have we changed kingdoms. So
but anyhow, well, this has been such a fabulous
next
show today, Lynn.
Next week it is Scott and also hopefully Jesse and Lisa. Rambling. Good grief, lazy.
I need to know, are you guys going to be available before we get off of here? Can you give me a thumbs up, Jesse and Lisa? And I'll be watching chat for a thumbs up that you'll join us next week also. And then in 2 weeks from today, Conquest Josh.
Amen.
Well, Bones, we are so thrilled to see you here today.
Yes, it's been
it's
been a day or two.
Oh, I know, it's been a day or two, and we are so
we've all been through something, haven't we, Bones? But you know what? Our community.
Okay, I got a thumbs up from Jesse and Lisa.
And you know what? Our community needs to rise up again, the one that we were in. We just need to.
We're going to rise up again.
That's right.
Jesse and Lisa, I probably have your email, but if you want to send me an email,
you can
there's
get
our email. So I can get, and same thing with Scott. I know I have your email, but this morning, if you guys could just say, hey, hi, anything, and hit our email address, that would help.
Good.
Conquest. I got yours. So,
okay.
Are you getting hot, Lynn?
Well, I'm in my, even though it's cool outside, I'm in my shut door office.
You're in your hot office.
I look like I'm in a beautiful home. I wish there were. I wish this was
in a beautiful home, Lynn.
Oh, yeah, but this is very pretty what I'm sitting in. How my daughter-in-law and son gave me this beautiful blouse for my birthday last year.
Oh, I know. We got birthday month coming up.
Was it Mother's Day or birthday? And my grandchildren.
Next month is our birthday month.
Yeah.
Oh,
and we can say this. Our brother has been announcing something big in his life.
Oh, yeah. Starts with a big R.
Called us
ends
up.
with a T.
Yeah, he called us up both, had us both on the phone, and said, I'm going to be retiring.
At the end of the year, I think, right?
Yeah, before that, I think.
Oh, nice.
I'm so excited for him.
Yes.
Life is about to change. You know what? He is going to be so feeling so much better.
Oh yeah.
In a few months, you won't know what happened to him, will he? Ann? He'll be so relieved.
And we've had a lot of great channels here today. Be sure to check out their websites, their YouTube channel, and subscribe. Okay. And before we go. Well, that's okay, Bones. We will. Hey, Bones.
Won't tell we're growing our hair out.
Bones, we need to do a meetup. So whenever you get down, you kind of have an idea of where we are.
You know where we live. A little bit here, right?
Hit us up. Send us an email.
And now,
and we'll do a meetup with Bones.
40 minutes away, right?
Yeah.
About 40.
Yeah, we'll drive. We'll drive to you. You just tell us where you are on the highway. Right. We'll come to you. If you're at a rest area, we'll come to that rest area.
We'll
do a meetup.
Those two crazy ladies are abducting that man.
Yeah, I decided to grow my hair back out. I miss my hair.
I don't know, man. Are we going to make it?
I'm doing it. I'm doing it,
but it's not great, but I'm doing it.
So, you guys, we love you. thank you so much for being here today. I mean, it's an honor to have you. Oh,
You better believe it. We love you.
Do love you. And be sure to be here next week. And next week, we're going to have Jesse and Lisa from Lazy Days Ahead. From Rambling with the Brums are going to be our guests for the day. You do not want to miss it.
No!
2 weeks. Conquest Josh.
I'll be here next week.
Right, October 4th.
But I will not be the following week, right?
No, October 4th is going to be our Ladies Forum. It's going to premiere at 10 a.m. Eastern. So we got some great stuff lined up.
Oh,
and the holidays are upon us. We're going to have some holiday parties on Wednesdays.
Bones? No, she does not have the same number. So send
No,
us.
I don't.
Shoot us
You'll
out
have to send me an email.
And she'll shoot you back a number. Not shoot you back.
I got one new one. So you'll have to hit me up on email.
Yeah, hit us up on email.
Right down there. And if you would like to be a guest, Ann Lynn Show, send me an email right here.
Right.
You are welcome. We welcome everybody.
Let me encourage you. I was in the beauty shop back about 3 years ago or so. I was in the beauty shop and I was telling my beautician about our little YouTube, channel. And I said, people just come on and they just talk about, at that time, we just talked about what was going on in your life, things that you'd experienced, just talking. And you know what? This lady was getting her hair done and she looked at me. I didn't know her from my town. There's a lot of people in my town I don't know. And she said, I have a story. I said, you have a story? I have a story. I'd like to be on your channel. I said, well, that would be great. And I took her name and all. Her story was that her son, I think he was 19 years old. He passed away. And that's the very sad part. But he was, unbeknownst to her, when he got his driver's license, he had become an organ donated his organs. And she got to meet the person that received the heart, and another one received, I think, a kidney. Anyway, somehow it opened up to where they met them, didn't she, Ann?
It was.
And now they are best.
Everybody has a story.
Community of people. It opened up where usually, it used to be they never knew who received the recipient. Anyway, they vacationed together, guys.
Yeah, every year they vacation.
God took something that was really meant for harm, and he just opened another door for these people to become family. And she said that every once in a while, the person lets her hear the heart, and anyway, we were in tears, weren't we, Ann?
Oh, yeah.
Everyone has a story, and just come on.
Everybody has a story,
right? We're not going to put you down for your story, make fun of you.
We all go through life, different experiences.
Everybody. Some people have absolutely nothing ever happens in their
and
life.
And these are could be some of the topics that we hit on the Ladies Forum.
Our mother is going through a change right now. The dementia really kicked in the last week and a half or so. So if you see me tear up, it's been real emotional. I'm trying to deal with it, and so is Ann and our whole family. We love our mom.
She's still kicking. She's still a kitten.
The best childhood I think anyone could have ever had.
We did. Well, it's time to go. That music's been playing for a little while. It's time to get some gritty.
Are you gonna have a men's forum? We could have because Dave's Gaming Cave right here on YouTube.
I don't know if Dave would do that or not.
I don't. Well, he's kind. No. I'm just saying. But we have some men that
Yes, we want to hear.
We'll have to ask our men.
Well, next week is your chance, boys. Next week, Scott and Jesse is your chance.
Bones wanting to know. Conquest Josh and Bones.
You want to
head up one for us?
Yeah, you could do it. Round up some fellers, and we're going to do a men's forum over at the Ann Lynn Show. That would be interesting.
That would be awesome.
We would have to just sit in the background and let the gentleman do the whole show.
We'd just be back here like, say
We'd
what?
be in the chat. We could just
Say what?
Okay, ready for granny kisses?
Yes, we love you all. Thank you.
Okay, ready? If you're watching the replay, we appreciate you. Thank you so very much. Please be sure to give us a thumbs up. It does help YouTube. Give us a thumbs up.
And we've already
us a
got someone
comment.
agreeing to be in it on the men's.
Huh?
Christine said Johnny will agree to be a part. I think that I'm not sure if that's something between Glinda and Christine or just Christine speaking for Johnny to be a part of a men's forum. A men's forum on the Ann Lynn show.
I think that would be awesome. Why not?
Why
Lynn
not?
and I can be in the chat, and one of you can guest host it. Whatever.
We have a couple of guys.
We'll just let the men go for it. So I think it's great. Bones, if you're going to do that, send an email. Email
We love
me.
you all. Yep.
Okay. Well, anyhow, ready?
See you next week.
Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.
God bless you. He
God bless
loves us.
you.
He really loves us. Yes, he does.
And I'm getting a potential spam call. How about that? Potential spam, of course. Here we go. 1,
All right.
2, 3.
Mwah.
Mwah. Oh, I'm making mine long, okay?
Oh, okay. Let's do
More.
one more.
Mwah. And one more. Mwah. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
See you
Bye.
next week.